Problem 6, we have NewJet Inc. manufactures inkjet printers and laser printers. The company has the capacity, so this means no more than 70 printers per day, and it has at most 120 hours of labor per day available. It takes 1 hour to make inkjet printers and 3 hours to make laserjet printers. The profits are $40 per inkjet printer and $60 per laser printer. Find the number of each type of printer we should make to maximize the profit and find the maximum profit. So as we always do, everyone, we are going to look for our totals. It looks like our totals are 70 and 120. And it's saying the capacity to make 70 printers. So we cannot make more than 70. It's less than or equal to 70. And it has at most 120 hours of labor per day available. So there's only 24 hours in a day. They're obviously taking the number of people they have working and multiplying by how many hours they are working to get that. So 70 printers per day. And so that's the total number of printers. And we have 120 hours of labor available. So again, we identify our totals, we put our signs, and we label. Next for us is going to be to figure out what information goes here and what information goes here. So let's continue reading, everyone. It takes 1 hour to make the inkjet printer and 3 hours to make the laserjet printer. So that would be labor. It takes 1 hour to make an inkjet. We'll call the inkjet X. And it takes 3 hours to make a laser printer. We'll call the laser printer Y. And then we don't have any information for the printers, so we must assume that it is just X plus Y, because that's what we put in that scenario where they are equal. We're looking for how many of each type of printer to make, so we use the X plus Y has to be less than or equal to 70. So with that, everyone, I am going to pull this off screen. Please pause the video if you need to write these down now. I'm going to move over to GeoGebra. And so again, we go new, don't save. And we've got X plus Y has to be less than or equal to. And I think I did my symbol backwards on the other one. We'll take a look at it in a second. Has to be less than or equal to 70. And I believe I made a mistake on my iPad, everyone. It does say at most 120 hours of labor. So that means we cannot go over 120 hours of labor. So we've got to switch that sign around. My bad. So then I'm going to have 1x plus 3y is less than or equal to 120. Okay, zoom out until we see a solution. There's our solution. Got to click the arrow to be able to move it around. So we're back to needing the y-axis and the x-axis again. I see that the corners that are going to be abutting this dark region are going to be this corner, and this corner. And in order to get those, I do need to duplicate these inputs and change these to be an equal sign so that GeoGebra will put a line there. And then I do need x equals 0 and y equals 0 as well. So we can get the points of intersection by boom, boom, boom. And again, I could get this one. I don't want it though, because that means we would do nothing. And I could do this one, but that's worthless because it only satisfies one of the inequalities, just like the one out here. We are only interested in the corners that abut the dark purple region and are not doing nothing. So what we've got here, I'm going to go ahead and write these down and talk them through, and then I'll bring my iPad back up. We have 0, 40. This means we would produce 0 inkjet and 40 laser. We have 45, 25, meaning we would produce 45 inkjet and 25 laser. And then lastly, we have 70, 0, meaning 70 inkjet and 0 laser. So bringing this back up, everyone, we need to understand for the next piece that profits are $40 per inkjet printer. So inkjet is $40 per printer, and laser is $60 per printer. So laser is going to be a Y value, so 60Y. So our total profit is going to be $40 for every inkjet printer plus $60 for every laser printer. And of course, as we have been, we're going to be taking these values, option A, and putting them in our profit function. So we have 0 inkjet and 40 laser is one option. We have 45 laser and 25 or 45 inkjet and 25 laser as an option. And lastly, we have 70 inkjet and 0 laser as an option. So our last piece here, everyone, is we are going to bring those values and those profit equation into Wolfram, and we are going to see which of those produces the most profit. And so we've got $2,400 for option A. Option B is 45 and 25. So that is $3,300, so $900 better if we went that route. And then 70 and 0. And so 2,800 if we went to that route. So as we can see, everyone, the best option is to produce 45 inkjet and 25 laser to max profit at $3,300. Okay, I'll pull that over a bit so we can see that. And then again, I'll show an example here in GeoGebra of someone who might say, well, what if we did it looks like we had 70 there. What if we did 35, 35? Well, let's come over to 35 and up 35. We see that is not part of the solution. So what would end up happening is you would either run out of, how is it worded? You would not be able to make that many printers because you would run out of hours of labor to do so. So making 35 and 35 is not an option. It is an option for one of them, but not for the other because we are here in this lightly shaded region. And so again, you would be not producing at capacity, and it would cause you to lose money. So everyone, with that, I hope that these explanations are helpful. I hope that you're finding value in this. Again, we are not going to test on this, but it is something that is super valuable in terms of making money and efficient use of your products.